Airline miles for beginners, the secrets they don't want you to know. They tell you airline miles are just a thank you, a simple reward for your loyalty. But what if this thank you is actually the tip of an iceberg, a glimpse into a complex, unseen system operating just beneath the surface of our everyday lives? Many of us collect these points almost by osmosis, dreaming of a free ticket or a seat upgrade. It seems simple, almost trivial. Yet, what do we truly know about this parallel universe of value, where digital currencies are worth more than they appear? Consider the billions, perhaps trillions, of airline miles that exist out there untouched in accounts around the world. A vast ocean of potential value, often forgotten, silently expiring, or losing its purchasing power. Is this mere collective oversight or an intentional feature of a game whose rules are not always clear? The truth is, loyalty programs have evolved dramatically since their inception. What began as a straightforward marketing tactic by American Airlines in the early 80s has become one of the most lucrative engines of the aviation industry, often surpassing the profits from actually flying planes. Airlines don't just distribute miles, they sell them. They sell them to banks, to credit card companies, to commercial partners, generating colossal revenues. These miles then circulate like an invisible current, influencing our purchasing decisions in subtle yet powerful ways. Imagine a bank wanting to offer an irresistible credit card. They buy miles from airlines, often by the billions, paying cash up front. For the airline, this is pure profit, often booked before a single passenger even considers redeeming. This river of cash from financial partners has become so vital, it's almost a shadow banking system propping up airline balance sheets. This web of partnerships extends further than you might imagine. Retailers, hotels, car rental agencies, they all pay to play in this mileage economy, eager to tap into the airline's curated database of engaged consumers. Your loyalty to one brand is leveraged to draw you into a dozen others. Every time you choose a specific credit card because of the miles, or divert your online shopping route through a loyalty portal, you are actively participating in this economy. But are you aware of the full extent of your involvement or the real value being transacted? Consider the psychological power at play. That little notification of miles credited. The promise of a future reward. We are wired to seek these incentives. But is this pursuit purely our own? Or is it a response to a system ingeniously designed to shape our behavior, our choices, and even our travel aspirations? And it's not just your spending they're interested in. Every interaction within these loyalty ecosystems paints a detailed portrait of you, your preferences, your habits, your future intentions. This data is incredibly valuable, a currency in itself, allowing for ever more sophisticated targeting. You're not just earning miles, you're constantly feeding a vast intelligence network that learns more about you with every click, every purchase, every journey planned. The intrigue deepens when we realize these miles aren't just abstract numbers. They carry real-world weight. They can determine which airline routes are most profitable, which partnerships are formed, and ultimately, how the global travel map is drawn. Your small collection of points is a drop, yes, but in an economic ocean that directs massive flows of capital and influence. And what about the rules? Terms and conditions that stretch for pages, redemption charts that change with little fanfare, and the constant specter of devaluation. Some argue this complexity isn't accidental, but a way to maintain control, ensuring that perceived value doesn't always translate into easily redeemed value. This control extends to the very value of a mile, which is far from fixed. Airlines can and do adjust how many miles are needed for a particular flight almost at will, a practice often called dynamic pricing. That free flight you're saving for might require significantly more miles tomorrow than it does today, with little transparency. It's a shifting goalpost, another layer in the game designed to ensure the house retains an edge, making true understanding of your miles worth a constantly moving target. But herein lies the turning point, the revelation that might shift your perspective on all of this. The real secret of airline miles isn't just about finding a loophole for a cheap flight or a trick to accumulate points faster. It's about recognizing that you're dealing with a language of value, of data, of influence. A language that, once understood, transforms you. From a simple consumer being marketed to, you become someone who can, for the first time, see the true gears of the system. By understanding the fundamentals of how miles are created, distributed, and valued, and how your own data feeds into this intricate machine, you're not just learning to play the game. You're starting to decipher a code that permeates much of our consumer economy. The reward isn't just a vacation destination. it's the knowledge itself. With this newfound understanding, the veil of simplicity is lifted. You begin to see mileage programs not as mere bonus schemes, but as intricate financial ecosystems where your participation, informed or not, has an impact. So the next time you hear about airline miles or see an offer for bonus points, remember there's always more than meets the eye. An invisible economy is in constant motion all around you. And now, knowing that this hidden world of value and influence exists, the real question remains: will you choose to remain just a passenger on this journey, or are you ready to pick up the map and start charting your own course?